Hi, Angelina Hart here, and this is the 6th video in my series which addresses the most frequently asked questions about soulmates, twin souls, and twin flames. So, what is the return of the divine feminine that so much attention has been about over the last few years? Well, we've incarnated in both genders, as I said before, many times, in order to learn to balance the polarities within ourselves. The divine feminine energy, however, has been outcast for thousands of years. In an education based in contrast, this has been a splendid experience through what most would consider the negative experience. It has brought wisdom about the balance of the two primal forces within us, and has also given us a tremendous amount of gratitude for the opportunity to value and restore the divine feminine principle within. By contrast of the feminine energy out of balance, we have launched desires for empowerment of its vibration in a balanced way. For eons of time, the female gender has given its power away, living in a cycle of submission without personal sovereignty. The masculine gender understood its sovereignty, and both gave full power to the idea that the masculine energy was the only one that was truly valued. Within the advent of Christianity, we even invented a trinity of male God, male Son, and his genderless Holy Spirit. In some cultures, the divine feminine was so discounted that often female babies have been mercilessly abandoned or thrown onto the garbage heap. Even those playing the role of the female participated in the grand play within their own thoughts, feeling, and core beliefs. It has long been held that women were placed here to please men. If they were valued, it was for their youth, their beauty, their ability to please sexually, then for childbearing and for rearing. Once they were no longer useful as an ornament, they became servants of the household, the ones who must nourish by standing as gatherers, or today's shoppers, food preparers, and the general meeting of the day-to-day needs for the survival of the tribe. This was the female exchange for security and protection. In Native American cultures, once an aged woman no longer had a tribal family member to protect her, she was sent into the wilderness to die as a no thing. Now, this lack of sovereignty created a survival instinct among women. They sought early to make the most of their youth and their beauty and their procreative faculties. They became dependent upon men for their means of support and were considered the property of whatever man was supporting them, regardless of the relationship. The survival and security instinct among women became deeply, cellularly embedded. Now, the female voice was often unheard except in the bedchamber, wherein a man finding himself in a state of vulnerability was often open to hearing what she had to say. Women became an expert in the various arts of manipulation, presenting her desires in such a way that it seemed advantageous for the man to follow her advice or meet her suggestions. And when her voice was unheard, the woman turned her attention to martyrdom of some sort and managed to punish everyone around her, engendering feelings of guilt. And when the voice of the martyr was unheard, oh Lord, watch out, because that's when both the mask and the gloves came off, and standing before the male was Medusa. Biting snakes, flying poisonous eyes, vitriolic voice, and uncontrolled emotional energy and rage, carrying a powerful sword of destruction. Such an outburst pushed the male and the rest of the family into a cycle of guilt and shame, and even today, we're all completely familiar with this cycle, aren't we? When women sought the vote in the United States, it initiated a slow but progressive journey of the return of the value of the divine feminine. We've seen the extreme and violent surfacing of women's liberation, the sexual revolution, women's competing in the workplace, etc. But even those acts were just women trying on the role of their masculine energies, attempting to take a stand for their sovereignty. The divine feminine within all of us, because we all carry the divine feminine charge, is seeking a platform for its true voice, the one that represents our true nature. Everyone's a little shaky right now. We're learning to deal not only with the new unity paradigms, but we're also clearing up the old belief systems that no longer work, all the while dancing between worlds as time collapses. This is our grand opportunity to take apart and annihilate inharmonious patterns of behavior and fearful mental prodding that have distorted, degenerated, and manipulated our authentic expression and mission of our true selves. Imagine carving out the highest possible expression for the most supreme divine life you can envision, creating it from the inside out instead of trying to force it by attaching to things from the outside in. Those external visions into the unreal distract you from your true sustainable goals. Now it's time to create a new plan for ourselves and give voice and alignment with the integrity of our true and balanced selves in pure alignment with the Source. The key word here is balance. We are not intended to swing the pendulum to extreme ends in favor of the long-lost voice of the Divine Feminine, but rather to bring these two forces quickly into balance. Your only mission is to gain clarity, to become balanced within your Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine aspects, to gain wisdom, to become a heart-leading divine being, able to pierce the veil of illusion and express divine love in all you do and in all you create. You're not here to complete yourself by finding another person. You're here to unify the very forces of every aspect of your being into a harmonious whole that reflects the pure hologram of God you are. And then, and only then, will it reflect as a sustainable symbol in your life.
If you're still hungry for more information, there are a total of 22 free videos I offer that answer the most frequently asked questions about soulmates, twin flames, and twin souls. To access the others, just go to www.twinflametruelove.com/freevideos.html, and I'll make sure you get an education unlike any other.